You know, Leo, sometimes I think that refrigerators are like little time machines for food.
That's not how it works, Manfred. It just preserves the food so it lasts longer.
And yet you can never find anything decent to eat in there. What's up with that?
Maybe because every time we buy groceries, they mysteriously disappear before we get a chance to eat them.
Could be parallel universe worms eating away at our sustenance supplies.
Yeah, or maybe it's just somebody eating all of our food when we're not looking, Manfred.
Seriously though. Where does all the good stuff go? It's like life is mocking us even in our own fridge.
Well, as much as I'd love to debate more about the possible causes of vanishing groceries, I have a deadline to meet for my next script.
Oh. A new sitcom idea? Let me guess, it involves people and their insane adventures inside refrigerators.
If anyone could make a sitcom based on that premise work, it would probably be Leo.
But he'd still forget to submit it on time anyways.
Alright guys, let's take this conversation out into the hall so I can actually focus on my work. Or better yet, how about you three go grab some dinner without me, since apparently my apartment has no good food left anyway.
Captain's log stardate 2436.7. After a long and trying mission, we are now 3 days out from our home planet. Everyone is yearning for the comforts of shore leave, but it's not to be. A critical malfunction in the replicator has led us into quite a quandary, as every food item requested results in some horrifyingly strange concoction that none of us will even touch. As my crew stares with mouths agape at yet another bizarre dish containing antacid tablets, chocolate shavings, and sprinkles, I can only shake my head and say, beam me up, McScotty.
No need to worry, Captain. My scans show the radioactive trap ahead is harmless.
Really? That's a relief.
However, it may contain chocolate.
Chocolate. Can I get some of it, Captain?
It's chocolate day on the bridge. Commander, prepare to open a channel to Space Fleet and order chocolate cake for everyone in sickbay.
Well, now I'm glad we're not going into that trap. What kind of dangerous thing is chocolate?
If you must know, sir, it's made out of cocoa beans, which often have a high level of radioactive isotopes.
If it makes you feel better, McScotty, I'll have steeliarooms delivered directly to sickbay.
That's a much better idea.
Thank you, Captain. I can't wait for the cake and hot chocolate milk.
Radiation levels in the area are currently rising.
That must be the chocolate. Ignore it, McScotty. We'll deal with that trap later. Let's get back to work.
Today, Stump Sniff from Umbrian will be pitching their idea for a profitable new novelty to the dragons. Will the dragons invest in this inventive goblin's idea? Or will Stump Sniff get burned? Let's find out.
Greetings, dragons! I'm Stump Sniff, and I'm here today to present my idea for a profitable new novelty. This is something that has never been done before, and I think it will be very popular. My idea is to create a magical music box that plays enchanting melodies. Each music box is made of wood and has 4 rotating drums which play different tunes when activated. You can customize the melodies with special tokens that will change the tempo and pitch of the music. And each box comes with a unique set of tokens. The investment I'm looking for from you dragons is 25 gold coins and 5 silver coins, in exchange for 10% equity in my company. Thank you for your time.
This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. What makes you think people will buy this?
People love music, and the novelty of the tokens allows them to customize their music boxes. We also plan on having a large marketing campaign and partnering with local vendors to help us spread the word about our product.
I'm still not convinced this will be a profitable venture. What kind of return can we expect from this investment?
Our projections show that we can double our profits within 2 years, with your help. And if we hit our sales targets, then the returns could be even greater.
How does your product benefit nature? Is there anything you can do to make it more eco-friendly?
We plan on using sustainably sourced materials for our music boxes, as well as recycling all of our waste materials. We also plan on partnering with local charities that work to preserve nature in order to give back to the environment.
I think this is a great idea. I'm willing to invest, but I want 20% equity instead of 10%. What do you say?
No way! I'm out! This is ridiculous.
Let's give him a chance. He has an interesting idea and it could be profitable. What do you say, Stump Sniff? Do you accept Eleanor's offer?
Yes, I accept your offer. Thank you for giving me a chance, dragons.
I'm still not convinced, but I'll invest in your company. However, I want 40% equity instead of 20%.
40%? That's a lot. Is there any way we can lower that?
What if we all chip in for the 40% and then each of us gets 10% equity? That way it won't be too much for one dragon.
That sounds like a good idea. I'm willing to invest as well. What do you say, Stump Sniff? Do you accept our offer?
Yes, I accept your offer. Thank you, dragons. You won't regret this.
So, after a lot of negotiations, Stump Sniff has managed to get all 4 dragons to invest in their business. With the dragons' help, this inventive goblin is sure to make a success of their music boxes. Will Stump Sniff's business be a roaring success or will it fail? We'll have to stay tuned to find out.
Who prefers Skittles or Mems?
I've always been a fan of Skittles, and Skittles offer a wider range of flavors and colors than,
I'm partial to Mims because I find the classic chocolate flavor more satisfying than a bunch of mixed fruit
Yeah, I
flavors.
can see the appeal of Mims, but there's so much more to Skittles than just the flavors. There's something about the mix of colors, shapes, and crunch that's so attractive.
I get that, but Mims give you a consistent chocolate taste that Skittles just can't offer. The crunchy outer shell of Mims is enjoyable too.
Yeah, the crunch of Mims is great, but the chewy texture of Skittles is my favorite. Plus, all the colors give the candy a festive feel that makes it so much more fun to eat.
All right, I'll agree to disagree on this one.
Do. Skinner and Chalmers, a couple of guys. Living life as partners in crime. Though Skinner is often telling lies. The truth is clear as day. Skinner and Chalmers in town tonight.
Seymour!
Welcome, Superintendent Chalmers. So glad you could make it. Please, come on in.
Thank you, Skinner. The aroma of your cooking smells delicious.
Yes, it's my signature dish of epigalicatection. It's almost ready, but still needs a few more minutes to really come alive.
It smells amazing. I'm excited to try it.
So am I. I'm sure you'll love it. Oh no, I can't believe I burned the epigalicatecan. That was supposed to be the star of the show. What am I going to do now? Well, I guess I'll just have to use the other ingredients to make something else. I'm sure it won't be as good, but it's better than nothing. Maybe I can use those sticks outside to create a mold for the canestrelli cookies. If I can get the right shape and size, it should work. All right then, let's get to work. First, I need to break off some of the sticks and form them into the shape I need. Then I can use the extra pieces to reinforce and make the shape sturdy. After that, I'll put the canestrelli cookie dough inside the shape and bake it until it's golden brown. That should do it. Let's see how it turns out.
What are you doing? And why is there so much smoke in here? And why were you climbing out the window?
I was just making some steamed epigalicatecan, and it was giving off a lot of steam that just stuck in the kitchen. That's why there was all this smoke.
Are you sure the kitchen isn't on fire?
No, I'm positive. It's just steam from the epigallocatechin I'm making.
Skinner, this isn't epigallocatechin. What is it?
Oh, this. This is a regional thing the kids call canestrelli. It's a play on words, you see. It's like epigallocatechin, but with a few extra syllables. It's a popular snack around here.
Skinner, I'm not buying it. Where did you get this food?
It's a new dish I concocted in the cafeteria. It's a blend of several ingredients that I thought were particularly suited to the taste buds of our students.
Skinner, I think you're lying to me. What's really going on here? Wait, why can't I see the ball lightning? Something is going on here, and I want to know what it is.
There's nothing to see. I told you it was ball lightning. It's harmless, just a phenomenon of nature.
No, I don't believe you. The kitchen is on fire, and it's obvious you're trying to downplay it. I want to know why.
Okay, fine. I don't want to panic anyone, so I didn't want to admit the kitchen was on fire. I'm sorry for not being honest. Can you help me put out the fire?
Yes, of course. Let's get to it. Well, that was a pleasant lunch. Thank you for having me, Skinner.
It was my pleasure, Chalmers. Have a good afternoon.
You too. Pauses. Ugh. Are you sure everything is okay? I could swear I saw smoke coming from the back of your house.
Oh, don't worry about that. It's probably just some ball lightning. It's nothing to worry about.
If you're sure. Well, I'll be on my way then.
I'd like to share Matthew 7:8 NIV, which says, "Ask, and it will be given to you. Seek, and you will find. Knock, and the door will be opened to you. For everyone who asks receives, the one who seeks finds, and to the one who knocks, the door will be opened." This passage teaches us the importance of persistence and faith when seeking help, guidance, or answers to our questions. Just as a child seeks the love and attention of their parents, we too must seek to establish a relationship with our Heavenly Father. God is always willing to provide us with what we need, as long as we approach Him sincerely and openly. Remember that asking, seeking, and knocking are not meant to be taken merely in a literal sense. They also represent the spiritual actions we must take to grow and mature in our faith. Therefore, let us all be persistent in our pursuit of wisdom and understanding, and trust that God will always be there to guide and support us in our journey. Magical_mushroom_4. Jesus, do you recommend taking a break from civilization? My child, taking a break from civilization can be beneficial for one's mental, emotional, and spiritual well-being. In my time on earth, I often retreated to quiet places to pray and spend time alone with God. Matthew 14:23. It's important to find balance in life, and spending time away from the busyness and distractions of society can help you to focus more on your spiritual growth and personal well-being. However, do not withdraw yourself from society completely, for we are called to love and serve others. John 13:34-35. Be mindful of finding balance between personal retreat and engagement with others, as both aspects are essential for a meaningful life.
Yaki, have you been reading a book about vampires?
No, it's actually a gothic romance novel.
Ooh, I love romance novels. Have you read the one where the boy is actually a prince in disguise?
Oh, that's not as cool as vampires.
I guess we all have different tastes in literature.
You know what's cute? The new manga I just started reading, it's about these two high schoolers falling in love.
Ooh, sounds like my kind of manga.
I guess I'll stick to my gothic romance novels.
Ah, Yaki, you're just a dark and mysterious soul.
I think it's cool that we all have different tastes. It makes our friendship more interesting.
Yeah, I guess you're right. At least we can all bond over the fact that we love to read.
And that we're all a little bit weird in our own way.
Speak for yourself, Suki. I'm perfectly normal.
Sure you are, Varinia.
Let's just agree that we're all unique and special in our own way. Always break time.
Greetings, my fellow comrades. I have come to reveal my newest persona. The bringer of darkness, Shadowfang.
Shadow who now?
Another one?
Do not underestimate Shadowfang's power. He is the master of chaos and despair.
Ah, you're so cute when you try to be all dark and edgy.
I don't see how dark eyeliner and a spiked collar make you a master of anything.
But I've been practicing my evil laugh and brooding stares.
Don't worry, we still love you, Verinia.
Speak for yourself, Suki. I prefer him when he's not pretending to be a character from a bad anime.
But I thought you guys would understand my true uni struggles.
Of course we do. We just don't want to encourage it.
So, are you going to walk around like that for the rest of the year?
I guess not. Back to being plain old Verinia.
Even plain old Verinia is still our dear friend.
And that's all that matters, right?
Always break time.
Frankenstein's monster bought a haunted video game at a yard sale. He had heard tales of the cursed games, but he couldn't resist the urge to play. As he played, the game came to life, pulling him into a world of terror. The monsters in the game were no match for the real horrors he faced. He soon realized he was not alone in this haunted video game. Together, they fought their way through the game, trying to find a way out. Finally, they found the exit, but it was not what they expected. In the end, the monster was trapped forever in the cursed video game, and the ghost was doomed to wander the earth alone. Welcome to another spine-chilling tale from our show. Our story today revolves around a woman who goes by the name of Cactusa. She has a unique ability. Whenever anyone looks at her, they instantly turn into a cactus. Cactusa lived alone in a desolate part of the desert, far away from civilization. However, every year, 5 people would wander into her territory and fall victim to her powers. The locals knew about Cactus's legend and warned travelers to stay away from the area. One year, a group of 5 friends, unaware of the warning signs, stumbled into her territory. They were thrilled to find an oasis in the middle of the desert, but they had no idea what was about to happen. As they rested, Cactusa crept up behind them. They turned around and were instantly transfixed by her beauty, but as soon as they set their eyes on her, they turned into cacti. The friends had no idea that their fate was sealed. Unbeknownst to them, the legend of Cactusa had a loophole. If someone already had a cactus in their possession, they'd be immune to her powers. The locals, who had known about this loophole, would always carry a cactus when they ventured into Cactus's territory. One of the friends, a botanist by profession, had a cactus in her backpack. When the botanist saw her friends turning to cacti, she quickly pulled out her own cactus and threw it directly at Cactus's face, breaking her enchantment. Cactusa was shocked and hadn't seen it coming. She turned into a cactus herself, never to be heard from again. The friends, now freed from her curse, immediately left the area and never spoke of their harrowing experience again.
On this episode, we're talking about bed that always gives you back pains. For most people, beds are the bedrock of their health. They protect the night, support the day, and give us the perfect amount of rest. But for a few people, the bed can be the root of all problems. When the bed feels too good, it's easy to become addicted. And when the bed starts to hurt, it's hard to get out of bed. It all starts with a steel frame. This is where the bed really starts to come together. The frame is passed through a series of machines that stretch and shape the metal until it's the perfect shape for the bed. But here's the catch: these machines are all over 20 years old and barely work. so the metal often comes out dented or misshapen, setting the tone for the rest of the manufacturing process. Next comes the glue. The glue is meant to hold everything together, but it's made from the cheapest materials available. It often dries too quickly, leaving large gaps where there should be solid support. And because the workers are paid by the piece, they don't have time to adjust the glue or check for errors. The mattress is up next, and it's truly a nightmare. This is where the back pain really starts to set in. The mattress is stuffed with rocks and other hard materials to save mud. They also add in a few feathers and cotton, which makes it look like a nice, cushy sleeping surface. But don't be fooled, it's anything but comfortable. The on switch gets added to the bed, and this is where things start to get really whack. The switch is placed directly underneath the mattress and is activated by weight. So every time you roll over in the middle of the night, the bed will jolt and move around, further contributing to your back pain. The final step is the packaging. The bed is jammed into a box that's way too small for it, and then they apply a massive amount of tape to hold it all together. This makes it virtually impossible to get the bed out of the box without causing even more damage to the already poorly constructed bed. There you have it, the step-by-step process for creating the modern bed that always gives you back pains. As you can't see, there's nothing modern or high-tech about it, just a lot of bad decisions, cheap materials, and shoddy workmanship. Sweet dreams. I take my arthritis medication orally, so the pain doesn't come from the bed.
Morty, we're going on a little adventure. We're going to visit an old friend of mine, Marcus Phoenix.
Wait, the guy from Gears of War?
Yeah, that's the one. He's got some real juicy information on this new interdimensional portal device I've been tinkering with.
Oh, Rick, I don't know about this. It sounds pretty dangerous.
Relax, Morty, it's just a little recon mission. I promise we'll be back before you know it.
They arrive at the gated entrance to the building with the clock on its side. Marcus, hey, Rick. Long time no see, buddy.
Marcus, good to see you. Morty, this is Marcus Phoenix, a true war hero and a close personal friend of mine.
Oh, hi, nice to meet you.
Marcus, so, what's this about some interdimensional portal device?
Well, I've been working on a new prototype and I need your expertise to help me perfect it.
Marcus, alright, I'm in. But first, let's sit down on this bench and catch up a bit. They sit down on the bench in front of the entrance.
So, Marcus, how's life been treating you?
Marcus, oh, you know, same old, same old. Just saving the world from locusts and lambent.
Wait, what's a locust?
Don't worry about it, Morty. Just some bad guys from another dimension.
Marcus, anyway, what's been going on with you, Rick?
Oh, you know, just the usual. Experimenting with dangerous science, ignoring my family, and getting into all kinds of wacky hijinks.
Yeah, he's not kidding. We were just in a dimension where everyone was a pickle.
Marcus, a pickle? That sounds interesting.
Yeah, it was pretty wild. But enough about me. Let's get to work on this portal device.
They stand up and head towards the entrance.
Oh, guys, what about the gate? It's locked.
Relax, Morty, I've got this.
Rick pulls out a gadget and unlocks the gate with a beep. Marcus, nice tech, Rick. Where'd you get that?
Oh, just something I picked up on my travels. Now let's get to work.
They enter the building and the episode continues with their hilarious adventure.